Hey everyone, Bruce here. I was putting this swarm trap together and I was just getting ready to take it over to my buddy's house and place it, and then I thought, I'm doing some king shit in here. I need to show these people what I'm doing in here. I have a couple ideas. One of them is definitely not mine, but I'll show that to you, and then the other one is probably also not mine, but I'll show it to you anyway. Here we go. Alright, so the first idea that I saw on Facebook by a beekeeper called Tucka Bee. Tucka Bee was demonstrating how to affix pieces of comb to the top bar without using rubber bands. And they used, what do you call those goddamn things? Zip ties. And just poked it right through and stuck it to the top bar. And it works really nice and straight. Sometimes at the bottom of frames underneath here, you'll get those little extra pieces of comb, like this one was. This was on a medium frame that I dropped into a deep box, so I just sliced it off and put it on here, and it's nice and old and dark. It's going to work great as a swarm attractant. And then the other thing that I do here, which I talked about in another video, but for people who don't want to take the plunge and go completely foundationless, you can cut your plastic foundation into about a third or a half piece. And what I do, how I put these in here, is I just take a little nail and just tack it through. That's all, one on each side. There's no reason to go all crazy and melt beeswax and try to hope that's going to hold it. That thing ain't going nowhere. The bees aren't going to, put any kind of pressure on there to rip that thing down. It works really well. I rubbed some beeswax on there to give it the bee smell so the bees draw on it. It's kind of cold today. It's actually really cold, so that was really hard to do. But they will build that out up at the top, and then they'll fill out the bottom with whatever they like, whatever size bees they are, whatever cells they want to make. So that's the second thing. And of course I'm dropping in another frame that has some comb built off of the starter strip here. This looks like really overly exaggerated large cells, so this was probably in a queenless colony, and you can see they're making a queen cell, but when they make those gigantic cells, that's probably queenless. That's even way bigger than drone cells or storage cells. Oh, so this is my finished product right here. 8 frame deep, got all my frames in here. Little bit of old comb, some not so old comb, some nice wide open frames for room for the bees to get in there and see they got space and hopefully pick it. And I'm going to take this over to my buddy's house where I have a colony that I don't check that often. So hopefully if they swarm, they'll move into here. And hope you like those couple ideas there. Take care. See you on the next one.